Welcome to our home this Sunday after Thanksgiving. So the day of Thanksgiving, I went out into my rose garden and there were only 4 roses left. And these are really special ones because they're from, it's a rose that's called Peace. And it's probably the most popular of all roses of any time. And these 4 were blooming. And I thought that's so beautiful because, I mean, our world is really needing peace right now. So these 4, this is probably the last 4 that will come. So, all right. They smell beautiful too. So it's the Sunday after Thanksgiving, and we hope that all of you had a meaningful Thanksgiving. And some of you, it was probably totally joyful, and for some of you, it might have been really painful. And whatever was your experience, may you learn something important from it and find a way to love yourself even more from whatever happened for you on Thanksgiving Day. All right, so we've been doing a little series of these amazing teachers that we were so blessed to have from age 25 to age 32. And these 5 human beings have just set the course for our lives and for our work, and we owe such a deep gratitude to each one of them. So today, I'm going to tell a little story about the first of these 5, which is this incredible man, Leo Buscaglia. And Leo, at the time, he was an unknown person. He was a professor at USC, where I had the privilege of going, and he was my teacher. And he wasn't really known. I mean, he went on to write 5 best-selling books that were on the New York Times best-selling list at the same time. And he was amazing. They called him the guru of love. So, but at the time of this story, he was my teacher. Very simple, humble, Italian man. So, I was a student in a master's program with Leo, and I got to see him, 4 times a week in class, and it was extraordinary, amazing. And he was also our neighbor, which was incredible too. So this particular story, I know that I've shared it before because it's one of my favorite stories, but it's worth repeating. I was going to go to a class. It was a class that wasn't with Leo, and it was in the education building where his office was. And this was, USC's an old school, kind of in downtown LA. And this was an old building, and everything about it was old, including the elevators. So the elevators were really, really slow, and they stopped at every single floor, just painstakingly slow, opening the door, closing the door, waiting, and then finally going up to the next floor in the same process. There was no push 10 and get to the top. It took a long time. So I got there, I had a class, and Leo was waiting, and he was going up to the 10th floor where his office was. And we started talking, and he said, I have a very important meeting today. The dean of students is coming, and it's just a very important meeting, and I had to get there early to really prepare and have everything just perfect. So he was excited about that, and we got talking about other things, inspiring things, and I had a class on the 3rd floor. So we were so busy talking that the 3rd floor, the doors opened, and we were so busy talking that we got off at the same time, and then the doors closed. And he realized his mistake because the elevator had to go all the way to the top and then all the way down to the basement and then start its way all the way to the third floor where he would be waiting. And he was going to be late. He wasn't going to be allowed to prepare, get everything ready the way that he wanted to. It was a mistake.
And walking the stairs was not an option for Leo because he had a heart condition.
Right. That was absolutely not an option. So I'm like, I'm so sorry. He said, it's not your fault. We got talking and he said, you go on. I don't want you to be late to your class. So I did. And I turned the corner and I thought, oh, my teacher, how's he handling this? And I walked back and kind of peeked around the corner. And here, you hold this, Barry. And he had his arms around each other and he was just kind of rocking himself. And he was all alone and he was talking to himself. He said, oh, Leo, you're just such a sweet, beautiful man. And you just made a mistake. And it's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. And I love you, Leo. He put his hand on his heart and it was so beautiful to really pour love into yourself when you make a mistake. And I remember this. I mean, such a valuable lesson because we all make mistakes. We just do. It's the nature of being human. Some are bigger, some are really small, but we all make mistakes. And if we could just remember that, to hug ourselves and it's okay. We all make mistakes, and you're still such a beautiful person. That's a valuable gift, valuable life lesson.
That's really one of my favorite stories too. Really is. I mean, how many times do we make a mistake and we get down on ourselves, right? And whereas we have this opportunity like Leo did to give ourselves a hug, right? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you got a song for us?
Yeah. Okay. In these hearts we join together. In these hearts we know the truth. In these hearts we love forever. In these hearts we're all made new. In these hearts, in these hearts, in these hearts we're like the sun. In these hearts, in these hearts, in these hearts we all are one. We join together. In these hearts we know the truth. In these hearts we love forever. In these hearts we're all made new. In these hearts, in these hearts, in these hearts we're like the sun. In these hearts, in these hearts, In these hearts we all are one. Just take a moment and try something with your eyes closed. Put your arms around yourself and hug yourself. And maybe think of a mistake where you were really down on yourself. Maybe it was last year. Maybe it was today, right?
Maybe it was Thanksgiving.
Maybe it was Thanksgiving, right? And just really learn from Leo Buscaglia. You know, just, it's as if you're with a small child and the child trips and falls, right? You know, you wouldn't condemn that child. You know, you'd pick up the child and say, you're so precious. You know, it's okay that you can make a mistake. You can do that for your own inner child. Little Barry, you're so beautiful. You make mistakes, but you're so beautiful. You're precious. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Open your eyes. And thanks for being with us. And we're grateful to be with you. Thank you so much.
Aww. Thank you. And all right. We'll see you next week.
Oh, and those of you who have ordered our new book, A Couple of Miracles, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, we'd so appreciate it.